Hi everyone, my name is Luo Junjie. Today I will present my review of an article published by the UNDP titled How a 2-Year Pilot Triggered Mongolia's Energy Policy Reform. In this review, I will analyze how a small-scale renewable energy pilot project contributes to large-scale policy change in Mongolia. And I will also critically evaluate the role of innovation in this transition process. Okay, so to begin with, it is important to understand Mongolia's energy context. Currently, the country relies heavily on coal, which accounts for about 90% of its electricity generation. From a broader perspective, coal is not just an energy source, but also plays a key role in energy security and economic stability. However, this dependence has led to serious environmental problems, particularly surface air pollution during winter, which creates significant health risks. At the same time, transitioning away from the coal is highly challenging due to existing infrastructure, high costs, and strong structural dependence. So, to address these challenges, the UNDP, together with local partners, introduced an innovative approach known as the Energy Sandbox. Instead of waiting for full policy approval, they directly implemented a pilot project using solar-powered heating system in selected households. What's particularly important here is that this pilot um, was not limited to testing technology alone. It also tests financing models, policy mechanisms, and community participation at the same time. As a result, this approach allowed policymakers to observe how these solutions perform under real-world conditions, thereby reducing uncertainty and supporting future policy decisions. So, building on this pilot project, the results were highly significant. First of all, households that adopted the solar heating system were able to reduce their reliance on coal, which helped to lower emissions and improve living conditions. More importantly, the success of the pilot provided strong evidence that um, this solution was both feasible and scalable, even under Mongolia's harsh winter conditions. As a result, the government decided to expand this approach into a national program, aiming to support up to 100,000 households. Therefore, this case clearly demonstrates how small-scale innovation can lead to large-scale policy change. Okay, this is the last part. While this case demonstrates the effectiveness of pile-driven innovation, it also has several limitations. First, the project was supported by UNDP, which raises questions about whether such inactivity can be sustained without extra support. In addition, the transition focused mainly on heating systems rather than addressing the broader structural dependence on coal within the national energy system. Nevertheless, this case provides an important insight into sustainable development. It shows that innovation doesn't necessarily require large-scale transformation at the beginning. Instead, small-scale experiments can play a crucial role in reducing uncertainty and enabling policy change. Overall, this article highlights how innovation can bridge the gap between sustainability goals and practical implementations. That's all. Thank you.